footsteps. You could hear the movement in the kitchen. I start hearing little giggles and knocks on the wall. In my bedroom, I heard the closet door open and shut by itself. Usually the dolls don't move. Sometimes you might see a little hand move or something. This collection is composed mostly of haunted dolls. There are a few other things like paintings and antique tools and items, but mostly it's haunted dolls. Last count was 200, but that's been a few years. I probably have at least 300 or more haunted items, mostly dolls, in this house. And with that has come a lot of paranormal experiences. I know for sure there's something else here with us. The reason I got into collecting haunted dolls was because I was already interested in the paranormal. A friend of mine got in touch with me and said, you know, I've got this doll that's supposed to have a ghost story with it, and I know you're into these ghost things and you have a paranormal team. I wondered if you might want to take it. So Patty was my first haunted doll, the first item in this whole entire collection, and what started it all. Patty, in real life, was the daughter of a prostitute. Her mother didn't take care of her, left her alone at night. No toys at all. One of the neighbors felt sorry for her and bought this doll. When Patty accidentally ingested some of her mother's drugs and it killed her in her sleep, afterwards, whoever had the doll had experiences with the little girl talking and the little footsteps in the hallway. I was kind of skeptical until I got it home, and then I experienced little footsteps, little knocks on the wall. And I was standing in the kitchen washing dishes one morning, and I felt a little tug on my shirt tail. I turn around and look, and there's nothing there. But I never really thought about haunted collecting until my experience with this doll. Now this particular doll, this is one of my more recent items that came. So I brought it home. It was really, really strange that night. I left her in here, and I kind of had a weird feeling about the doll. And I locked everything up, turned on the house alarm, went to get a shower, and I hear the house alarm go off. I cautiously came out, and I see the garage door here is open, and the cat is behind the couch just shaking. I had shut and locked that door before ever going to my bedroom. I come in here, and there's this doll sitting there. She had a ribbon on her head when I brought her home. That night, it disappeared. And I'm wondering, did something really come home with her? Because that was pretty freaky and pretty coincidental. We have here Alice and Anne. The lady I got the dolls from in the UK told me about them. She said these are very energetic spirits. You might have problems with electricity. You might, get nausea if you're holding them too long. It wasn't long after I had a gathering here. During the party, the power in half the house went out while the other half was still on. Then that went out and this came back on. Then the TV started going funny. The channel would go out and it was just snow, and then it would come back on. One of the ladies here, her husband was an electrician, so he heads into the garage where the fuse box is and starts trying to find what the problem is. He couldn't find anything. He couldn't explain it. And I said, you know what, I think Alice and Ann are letting me know they're here, and they're warming up to me. This is Tammy. The family who owned her had a little girl in that family named Tammy. She had two stepsisters who didn't like her. One night they were babysitting her while the parents were out, and they decided to play a prank on her. During her bath time, they pushed her into the bathtub and started dunking her head under the water just to scare her. When they pulled her back up, she had drowned. They had some experiences with the doll. They heard her little voice around it. The bathroom, they would hear the faucets cutting on and off. And then when I inherited her, I've been awakened by the faucet being turned on in my master bathroom when nobody's in there. When I go in there to check on it, before I can even get in the door and turn the light on, the faucet cuts off by itself. I'll turn around to leave and it cuts right back on. But she's not bad to have around. She's pretty quiet, but she likes to just play in the bathroom every once in a while. Well, because of all the experiences I've had, and I was already a writer, I've been writing most of my life. I started writing down my experiences and taking pictures of everything, and I did publish a book, My Haunted Collection, that tells the stories about several of the items that I first collected. always believe in the paranormal. I've seen too many things happen and had too many experiences most of my life that I don't think anyone could convince me otherwise that there is something strange and unusual out there. We're not alone. There's definitely another world around us that we don't always see, but some of us catch glimpses of it, and some of us have the pleasure of actually getting visitations from that other side.